everyone, thanks for joining me. It's Healthy Kids Corner with Dr. Brooks. This week we're going to talk about the top 4 supplements that I like and the reasons why each parent should think about putting their children on one of these types of supplements. The first one that I'm going to talk about is a children's multivitamin. So this is called OptiPedi, and this is actually something that I formulated. For years I have been playing with things that I like, figuring out what I don't like, and I got the opportunity manufacturing. I wanted to change the supplement that I was currently using. Everything that's children's or labeled children's has lots of fillings, lots of colorings, flavorings, artificial colors, etc. So in this world of kids with chronic illnesses, sensitivities, food allergies, we have to be very careful about what we're giving kids. So you need something that is no artificial flavorings, no artificial colorings, something that's made in a good manufacturing practices plant, something that's FDA label compliant. Those things are really, really important. And I want to touch on that first. In a good manufacturing plant, there are certain practices that have to be done for cleanliness, quality control, etc. So the things that you buy at the grocery store, health food store, wherever, those aren't necessarily given a stamp of approval, sort of speak. So I don't know what kind of facility they're being made in. I don't know how clean the product is. So again, I think if you're going to spend your money, you're going to want to make it worthwhile, knowing that what you're actually giving is helping, right? The second one is FDA label compliant. This is the thing I think shocks parents the most. The fact is that they can put anything they want on a label if there's no one babysitting them. That's kind of the nuts and bolts of it, right? So if it says it has 400 milligrams of vitamin C, there's no one testing that capsule or that powder to see, does it really have 400 milligrams of vitamin C or not? So we don't know if what you're buying is actually what you're buying. So those two things are super important. Usually, to meet those qualifications, they are a pharmaceutical grade supplement, which means your doctor needs to order them for you. So any practitioner, whether it's a chiropractor, a medical doctor, nutritionist, dietitian, they all have access to these supplements to buy these for their parents, for their patients. So it's something that's worthwhile to spend the money on, even if it's $5 more, because the stuff that you're buying is most likely garbage and compared to what you could be buying with really great ingredients. And one of the biggest key things that you want to look for in ingredients is that they're active ingredients, which means I'm going to use the one that's the most hot right now, which is folic acid. So we tell moms to take folic acid when they're pregnant so that they don't have a child with neural tube defects, etc. Now the problem is folic acid is a fake form of folic acid, folate, and the body doesn't really know what to do with it. So we want to make sure that you have an active form. A methylfolate is our preferred form of folic acid. So a lot of the more inexpensive brands do not have the active ingredients such as methylfolate. This is just an easy one to touch on. Your doctor should be able to look at the label and tell you it doesn't have active ingredients. So I've made a really good case for why every kid needs a multivitamin in this day and age with our food processing. So I'll go ahead and link that down below for y'all to read in your spare time. So again, a multivitamin, key. The second one I want to talk about is fish oil, omegas, right? I have used, over 8 years, I have used tons of omegas, tons of fish oils. My best one by far, hands down, is Speak Nutrients. This is a sample. You can actually order online. They'll send it to you. You'll speak with someone at the company. They're out of Lake Forest, Illinois. They are a wonderful, wonderful company. The thing I love about Speak, and I think kind of part of the mystery about why does this fish oil work so amazing as compared to the other ones, and quite frankly, it's what they put in it. There are a lot of children with developmental delays, speech issues, learning disabilities, etc. And omegas are great fats for the brain. So we want to make sure that when we give your child a fish oil, or when you buy a fish oil for your child, that you're getting something amazing and awesome and pure. Very few children have allergies to these things. I believe Speak sources are sardines and anchovies. The next one I want to talk about is probiotics. I don't have one to show you. I use so many probiotics. But what I do want to tell you is you really want to make sure that the probiotic that you're buying is refrigerated, that you're getting it from a nutraceutical grade company, i.e. through your doctor, and that you're not ordering random things online. Again, just because it says it has 100 billion doesn't really mean it's 100 billion. A lot of the times, if it's not in a refrigerated section, it is frozen. It's like frozen, sealed, and packed, and then they store it on a shelf at room temperature. And as time goes by, it diminishes the cultures that's in there. So the bottom line refrigeration process keeps it fresher longer. I would say you'll want to rotate your probiotics maybe 2 or 3 times a year. There used to be quite a bit of knowledge or controversy out there about really having to change probiotics often. People were changing them every 90 days, and for a while I was doing the same, and they recently came out with some studies that said they didn't find there to be any difference really in gut flora when you change it often. So I still think it's a good idea to rotate. You should use a probiotic that has a number of different cultures in it, and then the next time you change, your doctor will change you to something that has different cultures. So by the time you get through the period of time, you've got a nice round culture in your gut. Take it as directed. I don't really think you need to take probiotics forever. Most of the kids in my practice start out on probiotics on a daily basis, and when we get back testing, I kind of know what their intestinal flora looks like, what kind of cultures I want to put in there, and about how long I want to do it. And that really is the reason why you work with your doctor, because they are going to be able to guide you the best. I just wanted to mention that it's one of my top 4 because I think probiotics are important. The last thing I want to talk about is digestive enzymes. And I take these myself. This is my favorite brand. It's Enzymedica. They are just an enzyme company. The reason why I love digestive enzymes is so many of us have food allergies and food sensitivities, and this gives our body a way to help break it down, it looks like. Excuse me. Boop. Okay. So this is what the bottle looks like. And they have got all kinds of different enzymes. I think this is a great global enzyme, so this is the one that I tend to use a lot. But you take it with meals and you ramp it up over a couple weeks. And there are studies that say that 25% of the population lacks all the enzymes that you need when you're eating and digesting food. So these enzymes will help your children do a couple things. They start to kind of repair the gut from a leaky gut standpoint. Then they help you break down the food so that your child can pull the nutrients from the food and get what they're supposed to, so that they're not being supplemented with 12 things a day forever, right? So it's kind of the goal. The last thing that I love the most that I find is that it really helps with stomach aches. So many of the kids that come into my practice are nonverbal. So it's kind of like, well, how do I know you're having a stomach ache? A lot of kids, even if they're verbal, they don't know what a stomach ache is because they've had one their whole life, correct? So this, over a couple weeks, kind of heals the gut and gets them feeling better. So how do you know if a kid is nonverbal and they're having stomach aches? They do pain behaviors, which I won't really go into. Picky eating is a real popular one. So I find that when kids have been on this for a period of time, the picky eating will get better. It's probably not the 100% source of picky eating, of course, but it does help. So it helps with tummy aches, so they're a little more apt to either eat more or try different foods. So this is something, because a lot of kids are underweight and undernourished, I think that this is a great thing to put into your arsenal. So I will put links down to the OptiPedi multivitamin, the Speak Fish Oil. The probiotics, again, I just gave you some guidelines, so I won't do that. And then the digestive enzyme company I will put down below as well. So I hope that that's helpful. Those are my top 4. And if you'd like some more information on our free patient and parent courses, as well as our clinician courses, you can visit our website, www.dramberbrooks.com. You can also see more about my private practice at mychildwellness.com. You can follow me on Facebook at Whole Child Wellness and on Twitter at WholeChild4U. So I hope you have a great week. Thanks for watching. See you soon.